Good morning. It's a beautiful day today. I'm not home yet. I'm still on the road. Let's see, what are we talking about today? I think we're going to talk about Dr. Ramani, right? She might not like this. I know a lot of people really, really like her, especially if they've been in a narcissistic relationship. They feel like she talks to them, speaks their language. She drives me crazy. I do not like Dr. Ramani. I think the reason I don't like her is because she always focuses on the tragedy of being with a narcissist and that how that person who was in that relationship is a victim. Drives me crazy because, like, I think it it allows you to focus, gives you permission to focus on being a victim. I don't know about all y'all, but I am not a victim and I don't want to be a victim, and it just kind of gets on my every last nerve. I think it's a way more helpful when you talk to someone who allows you to look at what your role was in it. Like, what did you do? How did you participate? And that we aren't all like normal. Because if you were attracted to a narcissist in the first place, or somebody on the cluster B scale, there's a reason. Then that has to do with something that's in you, And so if you can't, if you talk to somebody, like I find Dr. Ramani has a tendency, like, a lot of her categories, are pretty common. You hear them with other people who speak about narcissism, but it's always like, it never asks you to look within. It always points to the narcissist, It never asks, like, well, what was your role in allowing that? Like, do you have narcissistic tendencies? And, are you on the cluster B scale? Like, and what can you do to improve your lifestyle and how you interact with other people, instead of playing the victim? I mean, if I'm going to listen to somebody else, I don't want to listen to somebody who's going to pat me on the head and say, oh, poor baby, none of it was your fault. Because, you know, that's bullshit. You don't learn anything unless you have to struggle, you know? Um, if everything comes with ease, then what are you going to learn? So anyway, so that's how I feel about the subject. I think that, now I'm only talking about narcissistic romantic relationships. I'm not talking about what's going on in the world, because what's going on in the world is upside down and batshit crazy. Okay, we all know that. At least I hope we do. Maybe we don't, and that's why it's batshit crazy. I'm gonna show you my friend real quick, because look at how cute. Look at how cute. This is Tabitha. This is she cute. I got two more. I have one that is red. Her name is Eva. She's Leo, and then I have another one. She's blue, and her name is Charlotte. I know. I think they're so cute, the little plushies. Anyway, so yeah, like, I mean, I know there's gonna be people who are like, Dr. Ramani rocks, or Joe Dispenza, right? There's some people who are like, Joe Dispenza saved my life. Happy for you. Drives me crazy. Like, to me, he's like a cult leader, and just not my flavor at all. Like, I want to talk to people who are going to give me like straight. I think Lee is pretty popular. People, like, a lot of people tune into Lee. I like Sarah Carson from Cluster B Milkshake, because she's like, if you think you're perfect, you're not. I'm like, oh, now I'm listening. Um, there's a couple, Tess, I think her name is. Tess is interesting. She's a younger girl, blonde hair, pretty. Who else? I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I don't know, but, you know, I think it's hard. You want to find somebody who, like, gives you. Oh, there's Richard Grannon too. He's out there. He has pretty good advice, and he's been through it. Okay, he has been through it. So, he fell out of it and had to be humbled and then back into it. So, he's an interesting person to listen to. Yeah, but I guess to each his own. And before you go around diagnosing other people as being narcissists, you gotta look at yourself, because, like, I don't really think that everybody is perfect and everybody is without mental illness. In fact, I think most people have some sort of mental illness. And the question is, like, how do you interact with them? Like, do you compliment each other? Is it negative? And how much of that relationship do you want in your life? Is it enough where you can be like, oh wow, like, I can deal with this person like 20% of the time, or 50% of the time, or never ever ever send me an email? you know that's what I think. I don't think you're going to find, like, your perfectly mentally healthy, totally 100% stable person. It's like the unicorn. And if you did, what would you do with them? Because you don't speak that language anymore. Oh, you do? You think you speak the normal language? You don't. Oh, no, no, no. That's why you're here. Yeah, it's okay. It's all good. We're part of the alt community. Alternative. Although maybe nowadays this is like more common. It could be. I'm sorry, I'm just staring out the window. It's such a beautiful day out there. I'm going to have to go for a nice long walk. See you later.